The Londonpreneur Show with Michelle Carter.
Welcome to another episode of The Londonpreneur Show, where I interview a new entrepreneur every week. Today's guest is Allison Pirani, and her business is called Escapes Travel Concierge. Welcome, Allison.
Thank you.
So my question for most people is, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
I'd probably have to say my alarm clock initially.
What time do you set it at?
It set it at 6:40, but that doesn't mean I'm always getting out of bed at 6:40. So
You try to.
I try. There's about one or two snoozes that happen. So although I read somewhere that you're not supposed to snooze, you're supposed to like just get up. It's a lot easier to do your day if you just get up the first go round.
Yeah, that might be a habit that needs to be
I think
into.
so. Yeah, I'm working on it.
So what would you tell someone you met at a cocktail party that what do you do?
Well, so I am like a traditional travel agent. So I do have the ability to book any type of holiday for somebody. But my heart lies in custom itineraries and building unique, totally customized, totally personalized itineraries for people. So say, for example, you wanted to go to Italy and you wanted to explore all the different wine regions and you're really into art. So we'd sit down and we'd customize an itinerary based on your preferences. So that's the stuff that I like to do. And I'm really a big fan of like boutique hotels because I feel like you get a totally different experience.
So I'm very much into horses.
Okay.
Would you be able to set up like a horse experience like in Ireland or?
Of course. Or like, I don't know, the Derby or something. Like what a
Really?
cool, yeah. I mean, you can do anything. We just have to do a little homework and figure out, you know, all the good places to stay and the time of year to book and all of that good stuff. So yeah, there's a lot that people are into, and I think you can easily customize things for them. And I just noticed when I was booking my own personal holidays that, you know, you kind of get over the prepackaged holidays if you've been to a couple of them and you're like, okay, let's try something different. And there's really no way of building your own itinerary unless you are, you know, engrossed in that and actually enjoy doing that. So I'm not one for tours, so I didn't really, you know, want to do a Trafalgar tour or something like that. So I just went ahead and did these custom itineraries for me and my husband, and everyone's like, who planned your trip? And I was like, I did. So
Even a unique story then afterwards.
yeah. So, I mean, I think I noticed that maybe there was a market, and so I'm trying it out.
What was your favorite trip?
Oh my gosh. I've had a few good ones, but my all-time favorite trip, I think, was the very first trip to Italy. I think in a past life I was Italian. I keep saying this to people. They think I'm nuts, but
Can you take me through that trip? A bit of a story you have?
sure. So my husband actually has some family in Germany, so we started there, and I had like this list of things I wanted to do, and I was like, you know what? I really need to go to Europe, and I knew that I would either fall in love with it or just be good and like never want to go back again. And unfortunately for my husband, it was the first, and I totally fell in love. Like the minute I got there, I just felt really at home. And so we hung out with his family for a little while in Germany and a few other places. And then we flew to Italy and did this amazing itinerary. I did a lot of homework actually because no one in my family had been, so I didn't know the right places to go. And obviously you want to see everything, but it's just not possible. So we stayed at some really cool spots, and oh my gosh, saw so much. There's so much to do and see there. So,
Nice.
yeah.
So when did you decide to start your business?
I think it's always kind of been in the back of my mind, to be honest with you. But officially, it started in January of 2015. So I'm a new
year.
business. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you also do a lot of, you said there's a travel registry.
Yes.
What is
So
that?
one thing that we did actually, my husband and I, for our honeymoon was do a honeymoon registry. So that was, you know, we lived together for a period of time before we got married, and we didn't necessarily need, you know, another toaster or all of that good stuff. So we ended up finding this great website where we were able to build our own honeymoon registry. And I thought that was the coolest concept. You know, we had a lot of people who really enjoyed buying us experiences because, like I said, you know, we didn't necessarily need the china. But I mean, a lot of people actually these days aren't really great with giving cash. They're not comfortable with it. They're, you know, they want to actually buy you an experience or get you something to start your life together. So we started this honeymoon registry thing, and everyone loved it. And I don't know a whole lot of people who have actually used it. So I'm kind of spreading the word about these honeymoon registries.
Your invention, yeah.
No, I wish I could take credit for it, but I definitely can't. But it's something that I think a lot of people would benefit from.
So what kind of things would I purchase on the registry?
So it's anything you want. So it's completely customized. Ours, it was like airfare, hotels, food, drinks, experiences. So like swimming with dolphins or turtles or whatever you're into. You totally customize your registry site, which is pretty great as well. So your face is on there. You know, people when they're going to your site to actually purchase things, they get that familiarity. They're seeing you. You can do a write-up and say if you know exactly where you're going, the restaurant that you want to eat at, or, you know, one of those cool excursions that you want to book.
Yeah.
So it's just very cool that you can customize it completely to your tastes, which is really great.
Yeah, so I can purchase a swim with the dolphins
Yes.
for a friend.
Yeah.
How much does that cost?
It ranges. I think it depends on where you are, but I'd say it's probably around like $100 a person.
And can you like share with friends to help buy that experience?
Yeah. So the one that I have through Escapes actually is I provide these little business cards that have a custom URL and a picture of the couple on it. So people know where to go to actually purchase these things for the couple. Yeah. So essentially it works like a fund. So you're building like a honeymoon fund for the people.
Okay.
And at the end, they collect that money and apply it to their honeymoon.
Very good.
So yeah.
Very good. So well, before I get into that question, what marketing strategies have you used so far for your business?
Well, I've tried a whole bunch of different things. I'm trying to work on a shoestring budget, so I'm trying to maximize my reach with a small amount of money. And a couple things I've done recently is like Facebook advertising. So, I mean, a lot of people out there may be like, oh my gosh, that's not new, Allison. You know, you're not on the brink of anything exciting, but for me, it was really cool because you can customize the target market that you want. So you can select, you know, the type of ad you're creating. You know, is that going to be targeted to honeymooners or is that river cruise audience? Because those are two very different audiences for me when I'm marketing for them. So you can customize, put in some keywords so that they can, you know, anything that's either in a status update or in their profile can hone in on that stuff too, which is really great. Okay. And yeah, I've had some pretty good feedback from it. So
have you made a sale from it yet?
Not a direct sale, but a lot of like inquiries to websites and emails that have come through.
Okay, so a lot of engagement.
Yeah, lots of engagement. And I just was testing it out at first just to see, you know, how far my reach can go and how many people I'll get exposure to. So yeah, I think the next one I'm going to maybe customize and do a honeymoon registry targeted audience, and we'll see how that goes.
Is this the only business you're running?
The only business I'm running myself. I have 3 jobs. So this is one of my, I'm divided. My energy is divided. So I'm a marketing manager for a pharmaceutical company. So I do all the marketing for our Canadian and Australian offices.
That's your full-time job?
That's my full-time job. That's my big girl job.
Okay.
And then my second job is my husband has his own business and I'm his bookkeeper and accountant. So.
Yeah, and so then you both have your own business.
Yes.
Plus a full-time job.
Yes.
Does he have a full-time job too?
No, that's his full-time job. Yeah. So we like to vacation, and that's why.
Okay. So you make a lot of money to go on trips. I see.
Well, we like to kind of, you know, work hard, play hard.
Absolutely.
So I think that's where Escapes was born. Was we love travel. I love travel. I could look up trips all day long, and so follow your passion
into a business.
Yeah, that was
traveling hobby.
Yeah, that was the plan. So,
well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
Do you have any advice to those who want to get into the travel industry?
Just do it. I mean, it's great. There's so many people who kind of wait, and I think you should just execute. Just execute the plan. It's not a
just do it.
Yes. It's not like a terribly expensive industry to get into right off the hop. I mean, there's a lot to learn. If you know you're a lover of travel and you want to be able to go and share those experiences with people and help them find experiences, then I say do it. I mean, Yeah.
It's great advice. So where can the fans find you and follow you?
Okay, so I have a website, and it's www.escapesconcierge.ca, so good luck spelling that. Then on Facebook, it's Escapes Luxury Travel Concierge, and on Instagram and Twitter, it's at Escapes Concierge.
And we'll make sure to put the links in the show notes below.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for listening and watching this week's episode. Be sure to check us every couple of days now. I'm trying to wrap up the show or get 100 episodes in by the end of November. So we're going to come out with a few episodes every week. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.